Hello and welcome to another 31 Days of Horror 2015 segment. We are talking about the first day of Toronto After Dark Film Festival, the 10th anniversary. This is movie 2 of the festival, and day 15 of the 31 Days of Horror. And we are talking about, oddly amazing, a film that I will come off and say I highly recommend if you're into creature features and you like scary movies. We are talking The Hallow. This is an Irish film. Essentially, not since The Leprechaun have we seen such a scary tale of fae folk. That's right, we are talking about fairies, trolls, leprechauns, goblins, whatever, fairy folk. It's directed by Corin Hardy, who I've never heard of. I don't think I've seen anything he's ever done, and he hasn't done a lot. But it essentially stars Joseph Mall, who was Thomas Lincoln in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and also Benjen Stark from Game of Thrones, in case you are a fan of that, and you should be. And he plays the husband, and then his wife is played by Bojana Novakovic. I'm probably saying that wrong. Who starred in films like Drag Me to Hell and Edge of Darkness, the Mel Gibson flick, and Devil. Devil, yes, you know Devil, right? It's it's kind of very minimalistic poster if you don't remember. And then it has a small side role by Michael McCallum, who is also from Game of Thrones. If you're going to be from anywhere, Game of Thrones is awesome, and he plays Roose Bolton. So yeah, those are essentially there. I mean, there are other people in the film, but that's the main two. You got the wife, husband, and then Michael whatever his name is, McCallum is the next door neighbor, and essentially what it is this is actually kind of a commentary, indirectly, about logging in Ireland and the essentially selling off of the natural resources for no real benefit. And in this one, Joseph Mall, the husband, plays some kind of a tree specialist or whatever, whose task it is to go into the forest and mark off trees, I guess, to cut. It looks like they're, it's to do selective logging. And what they find out is that this particular forest is, at least to the residents' belief, inhabited by the Hallow. The Hallow being fae folk, fairies. But these aren't the kind of fairies with wings. No, these are more like ents. I would say they're, like tree folk. They're actually kind of part tree. And so, because, the whole idea is if you invade their territory, they will essentially invade your territory. And if you make your home in their territory, you will become one of them. That's the kind of idea behind the mythology here. And so, like I said, they go in, and his job is to mark off the trees to be cut by the logging companies. And so that means he is invading their territory, and what they like to do is they like to take children. Hey, guess what? This couple has a newborn baby. I guess the Hallow are going to want to take this child. And so yeah, that's essentially what it is. And the beginning's short portion of the beginning of the film is very, you know, it's got a lot of suspenseful, it's got a lot of tension and fear. It really does a good job of creating that kind of icky, scary feeling that you get from a good suspense. But it's quickly switched over, and it's almost like it climaxes right away, and it just turns into a creature feature where it's, you know, it's almost like it's Assault on Precinct 13. It's these people who are trying to fend off these fairy folk, you know, as they, you know, learn about what's going on. At first they don't believe, obviously, and then eventually they have no choice but to believe, and then yeah, it's them trying to fight for their lives, and so yeah, there's some, it's just it's great. There's a lot of, you know, jump scares, creepiness, action, gore. There's just a lot of, it's really, really well done. I wouldn't say it's perfect. It's not perfect. I really would have liked the beginning portion of it with all the tension and that kind of stuff to been more, like, longer, and then to climax into it and have the fight. But really, it's you know, it's a fight for survival type thing, and it is spooky. Honestly, if you can track down the Hallow eventually, again, it's doing its festival run right now, so I'm sure it's going to come out, and as soon as it does, yeah, track it down and watch it. I'm giving this one of my highest recommends of, you know, in terms of horror films I've seen this year. I have not seen a better one yet. That doesn't mean, yeah, I've got an entire festival full of, you know, films, genre films of some sort. So who knows? There may be a better one in there, but you know what? So far, you know, whatever. It Follows, nowhere near as good as The Hallow. And again, some people may find that The Hallow is just a creature feature that's, you know, standard, nothing really new, and that is kind of the case. So you'll find a lot of similarities to other films, and it's not necessarily that The Hallow's paying homage to any of these, but more it's you know what, I like that idea, I'm going to take that idea and put it into my movie. I like that idea, oh, I'm going to take that idea and put it into my movie. So there's a lot of familiar concepts and ideas going on in The Hallow, which, you know, you'll be able to, if you watch a lot of movies, a lot of horror movies, you'll probably be able to directly say, ooh, I saw that in movie A, ooh, I saw that in movie B. So yeah, I mean, some things in The Hallow are not going to seem new to other viewers who don't watch a lot of horror movies. It may all seem very, very new, but at the same time, it's just well done. It's just it's. I love the locations. I love the sets. I think the what's going on and the idea behind the film is really, really good. And like I said, it's got scary, it's got jump scares, it's got tension at some moments, it's got some gore. There's a lot of it that's really, really good. And so that, yeah, I mean, what else can I say? It's got everything that you kind of want from a modern day horror film in the theaters, but it probably will never get a wide release, and that kind of sucks. So we're gonna be stuck with, you know, found footage films, you know, more paranormal activities and the like. We should be watching The Hallow and films of that nature, because really I think that's what the mass market is missing. I think they're missing a film like The Hallow. Not that the name The Hallow would really sell it, but I think the trailer does. So, you know what? I'm not going to, you know what? I don't know what I'm putting down. I'm not going to put a link to it. You're on YouTube already. I'm going to end this video. Go look up the Hallow trailer, you know, and see for yourself. I think you'll agree with me that you are intrigued and that you want to check it out. And with my recommendation, hey, what more do you need? So, as soon as you can, check out the Hallow. And yeah, tell them I sent you. There's more 31 Days of Horror coming up, and more Toronto After Dark Film Festival 2015 10th anniversary coverage. There's a lot more, because we got a lot more movies to watch. So, until next time, take care, and have a good one.